Hey friends, this is Free Opinion bringing you my free opinion. We're going to listen to this guy lie, and then we're going to go read the forensic audit report, okay? Because there's a couple key things in there which literally go against what he's saying. Now, the reason that I'm bringing this up is because another thing, the reason that I said that he's lying is because he keeps saying not to my knowledge. It's like when you were a kid and your parents asked you who broke something, and you were like, I don't know who would break it. That's literally what it reminds me of. But let's go ahead and listen to them ask him questions. There's a couple that I'm going to really point out because in the audit, it shows that what he's saying today is a lie.
To attempt some manipulation.
Well, certainly not. I don't think so. That's really a question for election investigators.
So to your knowledge, is it possible for somebody to change a record value either locally or remotely?
No, to my knowledge, it's not. And even if it were, there certainly wouldn't be able to do it undetected.
So when
what he said right there is a lie. You want to know how they could do anything they want undetected? Well, to do anything undetected would be very easy when you delete the logs. Let's see. There's something up here first. Significant. Okay. Oh, wait. Right there at the end of that paragraph, okay? We must conclude that the 2020 election cycle records have been manually removed. All right? Now, the reason that I wanted to read just that part is because this right here. Likewise, all server security logs prior to 11:03 p.m. on November 4th, 2020 are missing. This means that all security logs of the day after, for the day after the election, on election day, and prior to election day are gone. Security logs are very important to an audit trail, forensics, and for detecting advanced persistent threats and outside attacks, especially on systems with outdated system files. These logs would contain domain controls, authentication failures, error codes, times users logged on and off, network connection to file servers between file access, internet connection, times, and data transfers. Other server logs before November 4, 2020 are present. Therefore, there is no reasonable explanation for the security logs to be missing. That's how you can get away with it, because you just delete the trail, which for some reason you allowed your system to do. This is not a system that we should be trusting at all. Oh, wait, there's another thing that I wanted to bring up, because they said that there is an amount of errors that are allowed with ballots, okay? But let's go ahead and read this first, and then I'll read that part. We concluded that the Dominion voting systems is intentionally and purposefully designed with inherent errors to create systematic, word I can't say, and influence election results. The system intentionally generates an enormously high number of ballot errors. The electronic ballots are then transferred for adjudication. The internal errors lead to bulk adjudication of ballots with no oversight, no transparency, and no audit trail. This leads to voter and election fraud based on our study. We concluded that the Dominion voting system should not be used in Michigan. We further concluded that the results in Antrim County should not have been certified. The following is a breakdown of votes tabulated for the 2020 election in Antrim County, showing different dates for the tabulation of the same votes. There you go. But let's keep going. the Antrim County Clerk and Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson have stated that the election night error detailed above by the vote flip from Trump to Biden was the result of human error caused by the failure to update the township tabulator prior to election night for a down ballot race. We disagree and conclude that the vote flip occurred because of machine error built into the voting software designed to create errors. Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson's statement on November 6, 2020, that the correct results always were and continue to be reflected on the tabulator total tape was false. The allowable election error rate established by the Federal Election Commission guidelines is of 1 in 250,000 ballots, so that would be a 0.0008%. We observed an error rate of 68.05%. This demonstrates a significant and fatal error in security and election integrity. Now, after that, in Antrim County, okay, that was where they had the 68.05% error rate. Now, there are other counties, though. Well, Central Lake Township, there were 1,222 ballots reversed out of 1,491 total ballots cast, resulting in an 81.96% rejection rate. That is over, I think, like 100,000 times how many you are actually that are allowed. And then the linked video demonstrates how to cheat at adjudication. This, I believe, I made a video on earlier today, where it's the woman sitting there flipping votes all willy-nilly at wherever she wants them to go. Significantly, the computer system shows vote adjudication logs for prior years, but all adjudication logs, log entries for the 2020 election cycle are missing. The adjudication process is the simplest way to manually manipulate votes. The lack of record prevents any form of audit accountability. And their conspicuous absence is extremely suspicious, since the files exist for previous years using the same software. Removal of these files violates state law and prevents a meaningful audit, even if the secretary wanted to conduct an audit. We must conclude that the 2020 election cycle records have been manually removed. The only reason that I could think they would manually remove them is to stop people from actually seeing that they cheated. I'm not saying that they did, but it seems like they're covering up their tracks for something they didn't do. And then that's where it goes into the other logs being gone. Now, I'm going to be reading through this again for like the fourth time. I'm going to be looking, maybe I could find some more weird anomalies that they want to say can't happen, but we blatantly have video of them being able to do it during the audit. Please, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this, because this is some of the stuff that I found that really annoyed me about this hearing today, because there were so many questions that they could have asked that they didn't. And at this point, I think that it's because everybody in our government is dirty and they all buy votes every year. Well, every election cycle. That's where I'm at this point, because I smell fuckery. But I'll be coming at you guys with another video real soon.